Hey everyone, welcome back to Table Salt's channel, where we break down the stuff that actually affects your wallet. Today we're diving into the freshly tabled 2025 federal budget. I found some items no one else is talking about. Wait until you hear number 2. First, there's this massive chunk of cash shoveled straight to the CBC and media funds. We're talking hundreds of millions for public broadcasting and content creation. Sounds noble, right? It's straight up absurd in a country where housing costs are insane, groceries are a luxury, and our economy's getting tariff slapped by the US. If you're as ticked off as I am, smash that like button, subscribe for more no BS breakdowns, and let's get into it. Roll the tape. Straight from the official docs and headlines. Here's the breakdown. CBC/Radio Canada gets $150 million. That's a fresh injection to modernize and strengthen its mandate. Remember, the CBC already pulls in about $1.4 billion a year from taxpayers. This is on top of that, promised during the election to the Bloc Québécois to keep their support. And get this, part of the plan? Exploring Canada's entry into Eurovision. Yes, the campy European Song Contest. Because nothing screams economic priority like funding sequins and bad hair while Donald Trump's threatening tariffs. Canada Media Fund also gets $127.5 million over 3 years. That's $42.5 million a year to finance Canadian TV shows, films, and the digital content. The CMF's already got a $346 million program budget for 2025 to 26, but hey, why not pile on more? This fund supports everything from indie docs to streaming series, all to boost cultural identity and economic growth, with tons of DI requirements. Add in extras like $48 million for the Canada Music Fund, $150 million for Telefilm Canada, and $26.1 million for the National Film Board, and you're looking at nearly $400 million total for cultural orgs. But zoom in on CBC and CMF. That's your tons of cash right there, over $277 million combined, locked in while the deficit balloons. You know how the saying goes, don't bite the hand that feeds you. These organizations are going to be very unlikely to ever criticize their liberal paymasters. And I've got the official smoking gun from Budget 2025, the Liberals' own numbers. Forget the spin, forget the speeches. This table admits we're going to be paying $76.1 billion in interest alone by 2030. That's $76.1 billion every single year just to service debt. That's more than the entire 2025 budget for health care, child benefits, and EI combined. And it's in black and white, straight from the Government of Canada. And let's tear this table apart line by line. Because this isn't a projection, it's a confession. $76.1 billion. $4.7 billion in 1 year. That's a $22.7 billion increase in just 5 years. A 42% surge in interest payments while revenues grow only 14%. And get this, by 2030, interest will eat 13% of every tax dollar, up from 10% today. That's one in every $8 you pay in GST, income tax, or payroll tax. $76.1 billion in interest is more than all federal transfers to provinces for health care, $50 billion. The entire Canada Child Benefit, $26 billion. All employment insurance payouts, twice the GST revenue. Are you ready for the next one? Good. Because no one else has caught this one yet. You know that they're planning on axing 35,000 public servants over 5 years. But they're also planning on firing 1,000 executive-level public servants over 2 years to save $82 million a year. Meanwhile, interest on the debt is jumping $22 billion in the same period. $82 million in savings versus $22 million in new interest. Here's the exact quote from Budget 2025. Word for word, the government will reduce the executive cadre in the public service by 1,000 positions overall over the next 2 years, providing ongoing savings of $82 million annually. And finally, the Liberals just dropped $1.1 billion on an organization named Wage, an LGBT and gender-based violence hub. That's $1.1 billion over 5 years for identity activism, while interest on the debt hits $76.1 billion by 2030. This isn't equality, it's electoral bribery with your money. It's broken down like this. $382.5 million over 5 years, starting 2026 to 27, with $76.5 million ongoing to revitalize and stabilize efforts to advance women's equality. Then $54.6 million over 5 years, starting 2026 to 27, with $10.9 million ongoing to support the LGBT plus community sector, including $7.5 million with $1.5 million ongoing for Pride Security. Grand total, $660.5 million over 5 years. That's $1.1 billion when you include inflation. And wage? That's Women and Gender Equality Canada, a department with 400 staff that already gets $200 million plus a year. Now, they're getting another $76.5 million every year, indefinitely, to stabilize what exactly? Your move. Screenshot the numbers. Tag your MP. Demand action. Comment if you're absolutely done paying for this like I am.